This is a story that begins where it ends. Entwined. It is the story of two lovers as coincidence weaves around them. Coincidence? Seeking knowledge emergent from the vantage of the past, we begin by stepping back through the moments that led to their meeting, a junction which changed the course of history. Thus, it is both the story of two and the many. It began with the turning of a doorknob, the mundane and semi-conscious act of walking out of a door. In the small city of London, Ontario, the city waits, expectant, as two people enter the larger world. London, the city, has a personality of its own, for it's part of greater circuitry. Circulatory? Like the human body, circuitry, which is dependent on many discrete constituents. Units interacting to form a unified system, we in the city, a body, we're part of a greater circuitry. A greater circuitry. A greater circuitry. There too are many worlds within a world. Many? We enter the world blindly, unable to see what lies ahead, always on the threshold of becoming. I'm afraid we enter the binary worlds of infinite possibility, and the controlling forces to which we are all. Where were you born? To whom were you born? Where? How do they do it? I've heard it said that everything happens 5 minutes before it happens. People's lives commingle, pass, cross, and join, forming groups at the points of intersection. We move about the tiny sections of our world like atoms bonding, bursting geometry. If we had this vantage, this synoptic vision, we could glimpse the little events that lead to monumental happenings. Look now at them moving together. Cause and effect. Everything's predestined from this view. Everything is codependent. Everything is fated. Causality is inevitable. Inevitable? But we are not usually afforded this view, which is God's eye view. But this is art. And art may take for its subject all views. All views. Like all great stories, this one begins before it began. Once upon a time, her grandmother, a famous Hungarian singer, whose metaphorical songs about sexual love had inspired his Italian grandfather to leave the priesthood in Rome. The incredible passions that these songs had fueled in his grandfather led him to run away with his vegetarian American lover to Michigan. Here in Michigan, he had a son, the father of our protagonist, who by a luckless coincidence became a vegetarian butcher. Ew. Our lover's father, a gentle soul, slowly disgusted and morally fatigued by his work, moved to London, Ontario, where he decided to try his hand in the insurance business. It wasn't long before he fell in love, had a son who met a daughter. Our lovers. Later they discovered they'd already met in grade school. While sharing a group project, he told her that she was a good colorer. A good colorer. Believing this at the core of her 9-year-old being, she became a colorer for life. An artist. At the tender age of 9, feeling a sense of artistic disability, he retreated into the isolated towers of numbers and logic. He became an engineer, while she had the power of hypnotism. Do as I say. On the morning that they met, she, absent-minded, head in the clouds, forgot her keys. He had decided to get up early and go for a jog before work. He always got up early. Locked out of her car, she had to take the bus. Well, he always took the bus. She didn't notice him. She didn't notice him on the bus. Nor did she notice him on the stairs. No, she didn't notice that she passed him habitually. She didn't almost every day. Where she finally noticed him was at the market. Hey. I'm not from here. They were a charismatic people. I love you. Who connected by way of feeling, moral passion. I love them. Help them. Help them. What can we do? Isolated. Selected. Alone. Sometimes I don't know where I'm going. Selected. I'm lost. My dreams call me back. But I have to go walking against the grain together. Marching to the beat of their own drum. There's an imponderable something. This is a story that ends where it begins. It's not a story at all. It never ends. It's a point of intersection. Intersection. It meant everything. It means nothing. Nothing. Everything. Nothing. Everything. Nothing. Everything. While their lives rose and fell like an ancient tribe, victorious, but now long forgotten. Who will remember them? They changed everything. How will history remember us, if it remembers us at all? My information. We enter blindly. Download it. Blindly? The turning of a doorknob. Building the infinite with finite tools. But I'm rambling. Yep, this is a simple movie. And this too shall be forgotten.